guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're here with Kemi again.
Hello.
Hi. So at this point she's kind of like an honorary guest. It's like my channel and Kemi's channel, but you guys really like these videos, so we thought we'll answer some of the questions that you left in the comments on shared ownership. So I'll just read out who asked it and the question, and then Kemi will go through her answer. Once again, if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments down below, and hopefully we'll do a part 2, 3, you know, we can just keep it going. But yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so Kemi, ye asks, when you're working out your affordability, does the mortgage interest rate have to remain at 4% for the developer and Homes of England to pass your assessment? The developer I'm talking with are pushing back on me even though I've passed the checks with the lender. Thank you.
Okay. With the affordability calculator that I use, which is also a government affordability calculator, I keep it at 5%. I tend not to change that figure because I know that you may pass affordability with mortgage lenders, but in terms of the housing association or the developers, they have a different calculation because they take into consideration the fact that you're paying rent as well. So yeah, unfortunately, if their figure is at 4%, then that's good. Like I said, the ones that I use are at 5%. But it may just be worth, speaking to them about, I guess in the previous video I spoke about the red boxes, to make sure that all boxes are, are white. And if there is a red box, so your income to your household income to the loan ratio, I can't remember which way it goes around, but sometimes that percentage can be taken down. And also some developers have a different calculation with how the annual service charge is calculated as well. But yeah, just have a chat with the developer or the housing association who are actually going to be controlling the property, because to be honest with you, it's really up to them whether they feel like you can afford it, although you still have to go through the mortgage process.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay, so next one, Josette1 says, I'm currently buying a flat in London using shared ownership scheme. I would like to apply for a mortgage with 2 lenders at once. Working with 2 or more lenders at once can help me find the best deal. Equifax says that this will not impact my credit score. This is from their website. And then he quotes, or she quotes, if you're shopping for a mortgage, then multiple inquiries are generally counted as one mortgage inquiry for a given period of time. The period of time may vary depending on the credit scoring model used, but is typically 14 to 45 days. This allows you to check different lenders out and find the best loan terms for you. Is it possible to use this strategy when buying with shared ownership scheme? Are there any restrictions that I'm not aware of?
Oh, okay, so thanks for the question. I think it's a pretty loaded question, and I think just listening to it, it's probably geared more towards someone who is doing the mortgage on their own, who's looking at multiple websites and trying to figure out who has the best rate, the best deal. As I've said to you on numerous occasions, and I say to everyone, I'm not a rate chaser at all. I'm looking at the whole situation, and then I'm looking at which lender best suits your needs. And if you're going to a broker, and that's what a broker is going to do, a broker is going to assess the situation. We do multiple affordability calculators, so by the time we're getting an agreement in principle for you, we would have had a fair good idea as to which lender we're most likely going to go with. Yeah, so I mean, if he was coming to me, I would look at your income, your outgoings, look at the property you're buying, and then see which lender is offering the highest income multiples. If we are stuck on loan amount, I'm going to go with the lender who's offering the highest income multiple, and the lender who's doing that may not be the lender who has the lowest rate. But there's so many different things to take into consideration when you're looking at a mortgage. It's whether the lender's going to charge an admin fee, whether they're going to give you a free valuation, whether there's a cashback element. So for me personally, I look at the whole picture. So I look at the most cost-effective mortgage for you. It may not be the lowest rate, but what if, say for instance, you took a 5-year fixed rate? I'm going to look for the lender who is the cheapest over the whole 5-year period. I mean, like I said before, there are some lenders who have low interest rates the high product fees and the overall cost is higher than someone who's, I don't know, 0.25% higher. So I would say if you're going with a broker, the broker will AIP you with one lender. If it fails with that one lender, then yes, you'll move on to the next one. But having 2 mortgage applications at the same time, that's not something that I would do. It's, I mean, a mortgage application is not something that you put through in a matter of minutes. It could take potentially hours, you know, and at the end of the day, if I did 2 mortgage applications, I'm not in a position where I would come to you and say, here you go, here's 2, they're both accepted, which one do you want? Because that then becomes execution only, which we don't do.
Yeah.
And most brokers do not offer a service of execution only. It's gone are the days when that can happen. So most brokerage services, if you go into a bank, it's advice and recommendation. So when I recommend a mortgage for you, I need to back it up with a lot of paperwork as to why this is the most suitable mortgage for you. Plus, to make sure that it's the cheapest for you as well.
Okay, so in a nutshell, I guess Kemi's saying even if you did do 2 applications and she put 2 options in front of you, you're going to pick the best one, and so why not just apply for the best one first, see if you get accepted, then move on into your other options. There's not really a benefit in doing 2 applications. So
yeah, and just to go on from what you said is that, you know, you're going to a mortgage advisor for a reason.
Yeah, you're paying for a reason, and if you are paying, you're paying a fee for a reason. So the service Kemi provides you should give you the best option for you.
Yeah, I mean, you can go online and you can look at different rates. You know, there's different websites that will show you this is what this person's offering, this is what this person's offering. There's no point in applying for 2 at all.
Great. So Black Coco says, do you have to repeat the whole mortgage process again for the staircasing process?
Yes. Yes, you do. I think we probably mentioned this in the previous video that when you're staircasing, it's all to do with affordability, because how you need to see it is that you're buying extra shares of the property. So a bank won't say, yes, we're going to lend you another £100,000. They need to make sure that A, you've still got a job, B, it's still affordable, and your circumstances haven't changed from, you know, when you first purchased your shared ownership property a few years back. So yes, you have to do the mortgage process again, and you have to get solicitors involved. So we spoke about it in the previous shared ownership video that shared ownership, you know, once you've got there, it's not the end in terms of fees that you'd occur, because mortgages you'd have to pay again, plus solicitors, plus you need to get the housing association to come and value the property. So there are more costs involved in staircasing.
Aldijana T says, hi, I was told by a broker I had to purchase the full percentage that I can afford, and that is the law. Is that correct? Many thanks.
No. Sorry. I can't help but laugh. No. It's, I mean, the question would be is, if you could afford more, maybe the broker would say to you, would you like to consider buying more? Should we look at, you know, what your cost would be if you purchase more? But no, it's not the law. You buy whatever, you know, if you want to start off at 25%, you start off at 25%. Getting a mortgage is a pretty serious thing. So if you want to see how, you know, your payments are going to go in the interim, and then maybe, you know, staircase after a year, after 2 years, it's totally up to you. Everyone's financial situation is different.
Okay. Rebecca Bradford says, for example, if I pay off a 25% share, do I have to staircase, or can I just pay off the share and just pay rent?
Yeah, it's totally up to you. It depends on your personal circumstances. So I've had clients in the past where they've bought 50% and they've just kept it like that, and they haven't, you know, purchased the other 50%, and that's just, for them, it's okay. They're okay with just paying the rent. So it's completely up to you.
Great. Those are all our questions. So I think everything else was kind of just saying thank you And we do appreciate you, Kemi, obviously
Thank
coming
you.
on the channel again. So yeah, if you have any more questions about shared ownership, please leave them down below. Kemi's she's always available to me. So I will ask her again if we can film another video, and hopefully we can do maybe another part to this. But once again, please subscribe, like and comment down below, and contact Kemi for your shared ownership needs.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.